Um, Thomas Vella making his NLL debut tonight. What are you expecting from him?
A little bit of energy, and like I say, hopefully he's going to capitalize and make the most of his opportunity. Basically, like I say, he's been good through training camp and a bit of a numbers game right now. But yeah, we just expect him to jump on the floor and just do what he's going to do, which is move the ball, move his feet, make smart plays.
What did you really like about him in training camp?
You know what, his grit, like I say, for a little guy, and like he's inside, he's outside, but he's also a very smart player. He knows where to put himself in the position to be a available off ball, and as well he's able to control the ball as well and carry for us a little bit too here. So just overall, and like I say, we'll see what he can do.
Rylan Hartley said the focus is on the Knighthawks tonight. However, when you look at Panther City, what are some of those things that you need to watch out for tonight?
Their transition first and foremost. Like I say, I think we gotta make sure we continue to do the job we have the first three games of just sort of matching feet and change when they change type deal to allow our D to get on the floor. At the same time, vice versa, we got to try and take advantage of them a little bit here and try and put them on their heels, and it put some pressure on them. So, like I say, between the restraining lines is key here for us tonight, I think.
When we talked a couple of weeks ago, I don't know when it was, you mentioned how the first three games don't really matter. It's this game right now. How much have you harped that message to this team?
It's a message we harp every single week, but I think nothing more important this week than them tonight is because we've had those 3 weeks off basically with the break, right? So, the past is the past. We've had 3 wins before. We're in a good spot right now, but I think trying to secure number 4 is much more important than what we've already done. So.
One thing you might want to remember from that Albany game is the face-off numbers throughout that. Hall's had a pretty good day. I mean, how are you looking to continue growing that area of the floor?
Well, Halsey did a good job that week there, but again, it's he gets the ball out, and I think it's the group that's on the floor that's king and hunting the ball and making the most of those opportunities. So we'll do it by committee again here today. Halsey will pull, but he's going to put it to a spot that hopefully we can have some success grabbing it.
So obviously this offensive unit has been cycling through with 7 attackers as the normalcy for it. What kind of change do we expect, though, with Vela being in instead of Fields?
Again, Fieldsy demands a lot of attention, so I don't think we have that guy on that floor here tonight. But saying that, now it's Holden's turn to be that guy that draws that attention, and Turner and Vela are going to work off him this weekend. So I don't think philosophy-wise it doesn't change very much for us. Like I say, we want to push pace and create some tempo. And 5-on-5, I like our opportunities and I like our chances.
Something I've been noticing at practices as of late, Ryan Smith just looks like he's in great shape right now. Just talk to his production, a little slow to start off, but he looks like he's picking it up here.
It goes back to his first year last year with us as well, right? It just kind of took him 2-3 games to get going, and once he got going, he got comfortable, and away he goes. So I think he had a good game against Albany there, like he did last year for us, and we'll see what this week brings.
Thomas Hogarth gets the brace off of the knee. Is he just looking a little bit more reinvigorated after this break?
I think so. I think everybody is, right? Like I say, we as a group, we've been working really hard since training camp, and we've been hard on each other. So I think the break did us a little bit of good here, and yeah, they're refreshed and ready to roll.
Rylan Reese is back with this team. We talked a little bit about how he brings to the transition and the physicality. What are you expecting more from him in his second week back with the team?
Again, a little bit more comfort level with the group we got around him, and again, we've surrounded him with, like I say, Brad Gillies as far as a free agent goes. He's another guy that's going to get up the floor here for us. So it's not always on him. Like I say, we got a group back there that's going to run and put pressure on their defense here.
You just mentioned Gillies, and he's one of those guys that doesn't get his name in the paper, doesn't get the attention, but he brings so much to a team. How important was it to get a guy like him on this team this year?
I think for us it was huge. As I said, we had a couple horses back there, that can get up the floor, but he does a real good job defensively and then getting up the floor. He always has. So it just he adds a big piece of depth for us that we can just sort of send wave after wave after wave after playing a great set of D. So yeah, he was big for us this year.
When you look at Rylan in net, and he's off to a great start. Talk about the progress that you've seen in his game over the time that he's been in Rochester, because it looks like now he's really coming to his own. He's starting to establish himself as not only a great goaltender in this league, but one of the top ones in this league.
Let's hope so. At the end of the day, right? Like you're only as good as your next shot type deal, right? But yeah, he's settling in. I think now he's and I hate to say he's a little more comfortable, because we don't want to ever be comfortable, because then you get complacent and it sends the wrong message, right? But he's continually, he's made himself a bit of a student now, right? He's not just showing up and seeing ball, stopping ball. He's doing that, but he's also got a little back end work where his fitness level has increased and his film work has increased. So he's a little more comfortable in, expecting a little bit more out of teams when he sees, as opposed to just jumping in there and playing. So.